When I published yesterday's video, straight away I got a message from one of my buddies, fat shaming me. I got off my ass today and got back in the gym. I've been real lazy lately. So thank you, bro, appreciate you. Today I'm going to answer a few questions about stuff that people have been asking about the promo Nabil and I are running about local business micro agency workshop, which is happening next week, 5 days, 1 hour a day live workshops. And the first question people ask me is, are the niches that you serve in local business likely to be replaced by AI, or is this business model going to be replaced by AI? So in both cases, no, I don't believe so. I've seen robot bricklayers, I've seen these kind of prefabricated houses that get dropped off on site, but I don't see plumbers going away anytime soon. I know Elon Musk is doing those Optimus robots, but realistically, good plumber, don't think he's getting replaced this century. Maybe, could be wrong, but I don't see it. Same goes for people like landscape gardeners, barn builders, all the different people I work with. I don't think AI is replaced anytime soon, and they may start to use some AI tech, but again, I doubt it. These people are people who like making real shit with their hands. Some of them use CNC, computer controlled stuff for manufacturing, but they generally tend to be people who are not that interested in tech. They hire someone like me to do their marketing for them, is that they don't really want to learn all this crap. They just want somebody to take care of it for them. That's what I do. As to whether the actual doing of the agency work will be replaced, and that's this idea maybe that Zuck has been talking about in interviews recently, that Facebook ads are just going to be plug and play, with they'll push a button and it'll make the ads for them. Is that going to happen? Maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years, I don't know. But I don't see it happening immediately. If you use Facebook ads, they have all these AI suggestions for the copy, stuff they say is going to make it better and reduce your lead cost. Most of it is dog shit, ends up making these stupid claims that are probably non-compliant. I switch all of that off and I just pretty much have it flying in mostly manual mode. So there's some interesting discussions on one of my posts today about AI, where people were talking about making people stupider. I was using an analogy, talking about my days of construction, where I started out doing basic woodworking with hammers and chisels. By the time I was 7 or 8 years in, I was using CNC machines to build complex kitchens, boats, things like that. And as my tools got more sophisticated, so did my work. Now, that doesn't mean there's not a lot of value in doing beautiful little details with chisels, which is great. But if I want to do a big house lot of furniture, I can't do it with just that. I need the CNC machine. And then I said, that's the way I look at AI. So people were saying, no, it's stupid. The AI does the work for you, does the thinking for you. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. So I've got a really good practical example right now. This is my car that I'm fixing up because I imported this car from England, from the UK to Spain. And so everything on it is UK spec. And the lights need to be changed at the back to make it European spec. So it's legal and get a local reg plate put on it. I don't know how to fix the lights. I'm not an electrician, but I asked ChatGPT, how do I rewire the lighting in the back of my car to get the lighting converted from UK to EU spec? I had to go to the hardware store, I spent about $5 on materials, and fix the whole thing myself using instructions ChatGPT gave me today. If I bought new replacement lights for the car, that would have been about like $300-400. And I had fun, I enjoyed it, I learned something new, I learned a little bit about electronics. And that's the way AI is meant to be used if you're going to use it for good stuff. When I see it on the feed, people are using AI to write their personal posts, and then I don't respect them anymore because I think, oh, you're not as smart as I thought you are, and you're lazy too. But if people use AI to enhance what they're already doing, to help them do shit they didn't know how to do before, that's when it's really great and an awesome tool. So those are my thoughts. I'm going to tag the people who I was having this conversation with. This is the perfect explanation. My car is ready for inspection now. I'm going to get some new Spanish license plates put on it. So the second question we got about local business micro agency is, how good of a copywriter do I need to be to run a local business marketing agency? The good answer is not really that good at all. I'm decent, I'm competent, I've had some wins. Best result I've had recently was 800 grand generated for one of my clients in 30 days for a construction company. Average ticket size for them was 40,000 to help them secure a bunch of different jobs all around the 250k mark, and then 2 projects around 100k or 120k. And we did just around 800 in 30 days. Now, was the copy in that spectacular? No, it was good, it was solid, but we had other factors in our favor. Business owners showed up and did video. Number one, most local business owners don't want to be on video. Nobody knows who they are. Get them on video really helps. Lots of demand for their service in the local area. Had a solid offer already. If you have a solid offer and you're good at your job, or your client rather has a solid offer, they're good at their job and they're willing to get on camera, it's pretty easy to get them good results. It's straightforward. I got another client, we did about 20 grand in the first month for him with his HVAC business. He was already doing pretty well with that. He's got a good offer. The weather's good right now. It's hot. People want AC. We do things that are not that obvious. Like, we don't talk too much about air conditioners, but we talk about happy families, good sleep, comfortable dogs, that kind of stuff. That's what people really want the AC for. So there is a bit of copywriting skill involved, but not all that much. There you go. Is Facebook ads complicated? That was question 3 we got about the local business micro agency that Nabil and Aziz and I are co-hosting next week. Is it complicated? Yes, it is. Can you get started even though it's complicated? Yes, you can. Like, I didn't know that advertising 18 months ago. My first experience was a friend of mine who let me run one of his accounts and taught me the basics, and I'm eternally grateful for that. Beyond that, I just got to work and started running some ads. It's infinitely deep, it's infinitely complex, if you want it to be. When you're doing high spends, like if you're spending 10 grand, 20 grand, 100 grand a month for somebody, it gets pretty complex. You want to know what you're doing. But like starting out, can you run small accounts for $1,000 to $3,000 a month with some basic simple settings? You can actually get decent results. You don't have to know everything. You can set everything to some, not quite the defaults, but you can set everything to the most dumbed down and basic settings and still get results for Facebook ads. And the more experience you get, the better you get. But it's the same with every skill, from riding a bike, writing copy, learning to drive a car. You learn the basics first and you get more sophisticated as you go along. I'm a better driver than I was 20 years ago, thank God, because I was bloody useless back then. And I'm a better advertiser than I was 18 months ago. So we just got to start somewhere. Okay, hope it helps. More questions. How easy is it to get results for local businesses? It's all dependent on the business owner for the most part. Now, some factors, local factors matter. If you're the 50th plumber in a 1 mile radius, you're going to have trouble. But in most cases, it's to do with the business owner being willing to get on camera and be a spokesperson for their business. What you see in local business advertising is a lot of generic crap ads, where it's like a picture of a shower or a picture of a new gas boiler or a video of a sliding wardrobe or some guys digging a hole or some crap like that the homeowner doesn't really care about. The homeowner really cares about two things, which is like, how is it going to help their lifestyle? So we can actually talk about that. For example, if it was like a plumber and it was a boiler, we could have a picture of somebody like pissed off because they can't take a hot shower on a cold day because their boiler broke down. Or if it was an AC system, we could have a picture of somebody who's like dog or their kids are sweating in the middle of summer. Or if it was a barn, somebody's got their RV sitting out in the rain and it's rusting away because they've got nowhere to store it properly. So you can do all this stuff. We're talking about them. And then the human factor side is people want to see the business owner. They want to see if it's a trustworthy person they can let in their house. If the business owner doesn't want to go on camera, I just won't work with them, because that means they are not confident in themselves, or there's some other reason they're not telling me which they don't want to be seen, and that tells me we're going to have problems. So it's real simple. That's my hygiene standard. If you follow the same standard, you will find businesses you can get results for. And Mr. Nabil Aziz has been doing this local business micro agency program all week. It's been going really good. He says it's beaten his sales record for all the JVs he's done before, so I'm feeling good about that. We got a couple more emails in with questions overnight, people who are thinking about buying but have a couple of things they want cleared up first. So I'm going to go through the questions again. How much of the program goes into finding and closing clients? It's a 4-day program. Day one will focus on getting clients. I saw some mention of networking, referrals, and organic content, but I'm not looking to build a personal brand or publish content online. If this requires content creation or visibility, it might not be the right fit for me. Look, there's a great lesson I learned from Jeff Miller, which is, if it worked on you, it'll work for you. And if you're not visible and you're selling video marketing, it's weird. Why is weird nerd is just hiding behind the camera and you don't want to be visible yourself. So I try to make myself visible. I make quite a bit. And it's important to be seen. Your AI, between AI and all the tools out there, getting the work done is a commodity. It's like the same principle I have for my clients, which is being the N+1 plumber in your neighborhood, being the 25th kitchen fitter in a town. That's a commodity shit. All you got is your personality and your likability and people deciding, yeah, I want this person to come and do it for me. So if you don't want to do content, you don't want to promote yourself, are you really going to be credible telling your clients that they have to do it? I don't think so. So if that's how you feel, you want to hide behind your screen, ain't going to work for you. But I like to encourage people to stop thinking of themselves as introverts and actually just get out there. I used to hate being on camera. I used to hate doing video. What is the co-selling VIP program for local business micro agency? How it works is, I know a lot of people have problems with sales calls, and just in the last video I mentioned about skepticism for local business owners. If people buy the VIP ticket for this program, I'm actually going to go and help them with their first sales call. So I'll help them prep and get on the call with them and work with them to get the first deal closed. And if they don't close the first one, I might even help with the second sales call. I've done a lot of sales calls with local business agencies. They're local businesses. I know how to talk to them, and that's an easy way I can help somebody. Local business micro agency program go deep into offer strategy and how to frame things in a way that feels like a no-brainer for the business owner. From what I've seen, having a strong, low-risk offer is usually the key to moving the needle. Well, this again goes back to the hormosification of everything, of just have a great offer. I work for years in the local business space as a service provider, and you go to those people and you tell them, hey, I'll get you 5,000 booked appointments in the next 30 days, or hey, I'll double your business in the next 60 days. These people are extremely skeptical because they live in a reality where they're going to move shit around. They know that big things don't happen fast. So when you come in here with all your shiny marketer talk about, I'm going to scale you to the moon tomorrow, they don't believe you. Now, the funny thing is, it can really be that way sometimes. I'm working with a client at the moment where we've added 800 grand in revenue in the last 30 days to their company. And when they came in to me 6 weeks ago, they were like, oh, we're doing 100 grand a month. We'd like to get to 2. Okay, cool. We can do this. I had no idea we were going to blow up like this. There's a lot of demand for their service in their area because the company owner is great on camera. She's brilliant. Didn't expect that either. Sometimes the stars just line up. Sometimes they don't. This is not about great copy. This is not about like cool marketing strategy and stuff. It's simple local business stuff. Having a great offer. If you're somebody who fits kitchens or unclogs blocked drains, Alex Hormozy ain't going to help you all that much. So yeah, it's just being straight with these people, being real with them, not bullshitting them, and talking to them like a real human being on the phone is usually the way to get past that skepticism. Can I use the Kartra CRM to set up a business and serve these local biz clients? My answer is I don't know. Probably not though. I use Go High Level for everything. It does SMS, does WhatsApp, does my websites, does all kinds of things. It's brilliantly versatile. People complain, oh, it's clunky, oh, it's slow. It just, yeah, it does all that. But it's one place you can keep everything for the client. It's bloody brilliant. And my clients love the service. So yeah, you're going to use Go High Level if you're going to work with me. It's simple. Expat who's 58 living in Thailand. Can local business micro agency be a good fit for me at my age and considering where I'm living? Don't see any reason why not. I'm an Irish guy. I'm living in Spain. Most of my clients are in the US or the UK. You can set up a business entity in a country that's suitable to the market you want to serve. Like in the US, it's easy to set up an LLC even if you live overseas to serve the local market there. And age, I don't think makes a difference. It's your energy and willingness to actually do shit that matters. For some local business niches like construction, could be an advantage. Those people tend to like trust people of their own generation. They tend to skew a little bit older as well. So I don't think it makes a difference. I think you can do it. It's not about me. It's not about my training. It's up to you. You're going to get off your ass and work every day like you're like a guy in their 30s would. Then you're going to be fine. You know, I'm 44, sitting on the beach here. I'm going to be honest. I'm not the hardest working person in the universe, but I still get clients. So I think you probably could too. So yeah, that's just a quick walkthrough. I will leave the link below this video to the page and the video is put together with details of the workshops we're doing. If you'd like to know more, you can send me a DM, you can send Nabil a DM, you can send either of us an email, or just drop a comment below and ask any questions and I will answer them for you.